Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication.
It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day, honey. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day, honey.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a Hijinks in the morning. A morning in Arizona, and it is a beautiful morning. And I was able to come out and get connected out here in the front of my dad's house. And one more day, I'm gonna go home tomorrow. My oldest has to go to work on Sunday, so this is it, the final days. But let me, it's hard to see the little mouse out here for sure. That's one thing I wasn't planning on because it's so bright. But let me bring on. Good morning, Enzo.
Good morning, Nikki. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Always something happening over here. And I
Looks like
go ahead.
it looks like a pretty nice day there. I hear the birds are singing and stuff. It's great.
Oh yeah. Tons of birds and bees and critters that are about trying to bite me right now. But I am fortified.
Oh, there you go.
So every time I feel something, I'm spraying down. I'm gonna smell like off all day long.
They don't seem to be bothering that sleeping gentleman over your left shoulder there. It's
Where is he? Can you see him? Oh, the other way. Oh,
No,
I was right. There he is. Yes. My dad's little
taking a little siesta there.
little guy. Yep. But it's been good. I'm kind of sad that I do have to leave tomorrow, but it was a good trip, and even though it had its little turns here and there, and new tires, new batteries.
That's right. We haven't heard the tires tale.
Oh, the tire tale. Yeah. That was so unexpected. Of course, you don't plan for that stuff. It just happens, and you have to deal with it. But somewhere I caught a nail somewhere running around all over, and I'm like, whoa, my tire seems like it's getting low. And then the thing popped up, and sure enough, it went from 35 to like 17. And I was like, whoa. So, but I have one of those little machines, and I pumped her back up, and I thought it's, I didn't hit a pothole or anything. So, but sure enough, in the next morning, it was back flat again. So it took me like 15 minutes to pump that thing up, enough for me to get down the road to Big O Tires. And, but they're, really fast, and I was the first one in line. So it only took me like maybe 20, 25 minutes. and they plugged her up and had me on the road. Of course, I put the pictures out there on my community page because inside the big old tires is a bunch of heads. It's like taxidermy city in there. And I'm like, oh my God, these things are staring at me. The javelina one was super scary, and I did post that. You can see that on my Facebook, and you can. Um, I didn't post it on my YouTube, but I will later, so you can see that javelina. He really made it go. I'm like, dang, those things are scary. No wonder my dad put that rock out there for my mom to climb on, because they're just wild over here. So occasionally you'll get javelina and their little babies running down the street. Uh, the only thing I've seen here since my trip was a bunch of bunnies, little bitty cottontails running around. And
Got a little
but
family nearby there, do you?
yeah, they're all over. I'm literally right up against the mountain. Um, so he gets all kinds of animals in this area. The cutest things are the baby quail when they're
Oh,
following the mom. They're so cute. But that's about all I've seen. I haven't seen any snakes or thank God. But we get some king snakes and rattlers, of course. A lot of rat snakes, bull snakes, but I haven't seen any this trip at all.
that's good.
Yeah, that's good for me because I'm not very I'm not very friendly with them. I go straight to the garage and I get the big old
Get the rake.
get him out. But anyway, it is all good.
Well, that's
So
great. Sounds like you had a
today,
great time there.
yeah, we went swimming and we went to the movies last night. We went and saw Transformers, which really wasn't too bad. It was pretty good because I loved the first Transformers, and then it kind of took a dive somewhere. Wasn't that great. But this one wasn't too bad. It had a story of its own. So it made it pretty fun. We had a good time and did the
Yeah,
whole.
I kind of missed
Sorry.
the boat on that. I was when the cartoons, the Transformers, GI Joe, He Man, and a bunch of others
Mhm.
of that same time frame
Yeah.
all hit. I was at that awkward teen age in high school. Like, hey, that's stupid kid shows. I'm not watching that. I'm not a kid anymore. So I never watched any of them. I never got into them or any of that stuff. So now, many decades later, when it has this weird resurgence for people that were of a certain age that remember that from their childhood, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I love all that. I'm a huge sci-fi person. So if it has to do with aliens, uh, robots, or any of that stuff, I'm pretty in. Space stuff, I'm in. Let's go watch it.
Yeah.
And so I like it. And that kind of fits in with, the kids too, that they like all that stuff. Um, there's my first mosquito bite. Holy cow.
Oh, geez.
Ow. um, but anyway, today I do have a little something that we brought up, or I brought up. It looks like everybody's thinking I wasn't going to have a show today because we've got 3 people.
Yeah, we got
Jamie and
Sandra
Sandra.
Piper's out there, Jamie, and
Sandra
me.
and Jamie. That's okay. That's okay. People can watch it later. Let's see.
Oh,
Present, share. Here we go. Alrighty then. Did that come up?
yes, I can see that.
Okay. Oops. Dang it. This is really sensitive. Little laptop. Okay, this is 23 haunting photos taken seconds before tragedy struck.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Can you see what's in the background there?
Oh no, that's a big gator back there.
Right next to her leg. That is pretty dang close. Let's see. It actually doesn't have any. Oh, how did it get me on this page? That's not what I wanted. Maybe I have to click on it. Okay, yeah, I did. So, ooh, sensitive. This one is
We're
white. He is not
we're
going to
we're,
make that one.
we're still seeing the original photo that you
Oh,
had.
okay. Hold on. That
To
means I've got to.
reshare the pop up or whatever it was that happened.
Yep, that's what happened. See, that's why you have more screens so I can see what's going on instead of just one.
I know it's very restricting having just one screen now.
Yeah, I'm not used to this. Okay, is that one
Oh
sharing?
god.
And then I have to go back over here to see how it looks. Oh, okay, that'll work for now. Okay, so this one is. Whoa! Sensitive. I can't scroll. Okay, there. There. I found it. I found it. This is the following images capture moments right before tragedy struck. Most of them foreshadow a dark and tragic outcome, while a few even depict victims who are not aware they're in their last moments. So this guy's jumping off a thing there. Let's see what the
It's
next.
what's
I
the
don't know.
context though? Is like
It
is there
doesn't say
something
on this one. This is just the beginning here because when let's see. Nope, it doesn't say anything on this. Super rare pics of moments just before tragedy. We'll have to move on and see if it's later on.
oh
Robert
god.
Overacker jet skied to his death. Oh, so he did die. So, a genuine act of selflessness that led to death. In 1995, Robert Overaker, an adrenaline addict, attempted to jet ski over Niagara Falls to raise awareness for the homeless. To his surprise, and everyone else's for that matter, the parachute never opened as he lifted to jump across the falls.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Complete failure.
Yeah.
Not good.
Stuff like that where it's a single point of failure, like a parachute and stuff like that. It's like, nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, look at that. Due to mechanical error, Overraker plummeted to his death and was swallowed up by the falls. The image captures the moment when Robert lifts off the Niagara Falls, expecting to parachute to open. So wow, yeah,
Oh gosh, what was he thinking?
no idea. But there's a lot of people who think they can just get in that barrel and go right over the falls. And
People die all the time doing those wacky stunts like that. What is it about Niagara Falls that attracts people? It's like, oh well, all these other people died, but I'll be fine.
no, no, that's not the way it works. You will die.
You're not from
You will
Krypton. You're
die.
not going to make it.
Yeah, for sure. You'll have to keep an eye on the chat. Um, Morning, Spooky, because I'm gonna stay on this side over here. Okay. The next one is Death at the Windmill. 4 engineers were performing routine maintenance at the top of a 67-meter high wind turbine in Holland when a fire broke out atop of the turbine.
Yeah, and you can see the people standing there at the top,
Oh,
and where the fire just totally engulfed the backside, that's where they need to go to get down. So they're stuck. They cannot get down.
oh my gosh. Let's see. I'm going to go up a little bit. 2 of the engineers thankfully managed to escape safe and sound. The other 2 were trapped at the top and died in the burning flames. In this photo, you can see a pair hugging each other as they await their death. We hope the human connection in the end may have made facing the situation a bit more bearable.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, well, I know I'm going to die if I sit here and wait for the fire to engulf me. Do I go ahead and jump and like maybe like shatter my legs or whatever, and maybe I
That's
can get rushed to the hospital and all that? Yeah, that's
You would think they would have one really long rope up there just in case.
you see now. Like this is a situation where a safety thing would be to have a parachute or something like that, where it's like, all
Right?
right, I got no other choice.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's really bad. It is. The next one is the image that would eternalize the 2012 hot air balloon tragedy, where 12 people got on a scenic hot air balloon ride in Charterton, New Zealand. As the rainbow colored balloon floated peacefully through the bright blue sky of a lovely sunny day, it suddenly sparked into a bright electric flash as it plowed into high power voltage lines. The balloon exploded like fireworks in the sky.
Ugh.
So that would instantly fry everybody, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And usually those baskets are made of like a wicker type material, something light.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a super light aluminum frame, something like that. But it's
Yeah.
mostly made of like some kind of fabric or wicker or something like that, so that it stays light. So the slightest spark is going to light up the whole thing. And even if you don't die from being electrocuted, you're probably going to fall out. And if any flame or spark or whatever gets on the actual balloon part, that goes up like flash paper too. It's
Wow.
and the thing with balloons like that a lot of people don't realize is they can't control. You're stuck with whatever the wind does with you. You can sort of control your elevation a little bit to a certain extent, but there's a lot of lag time in it. So you really have to be looking forward and plan ahead and stuff like that. And flying so low that because like when you have to, he's probably coming in for a landing kind of a thing. It's like, all right, we're going to aim for that field, and probably just dropped too low, or the wind picked up at slightly lower altitude to where it blew him right into the lines. Because you can see in the picture, he's right at the very top of it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It says all 12 passengers died. Rumor has it that the pilot, who also died, may have been responsible for the collision. It is believed he may have been under the influence at the time.
When I was a kid growing up in upstate New York, we always had a fall festival thing, which included a lot of balloons that would fly off all at the same time. And
Yeah.
the stunt is they would try and get it low enough to where they would pick leaves off the top of trees for the fall, the fall foliage, because up in that area, it just looks like the hills are on fire with all the reds, yellows, and everything else from all the leaves changing. And whoever had like the widest range of different leaves would like be the winner, kind of a thing. So those, at least the ones that I met, the pilots of these balloons were usually pretty wacky, were pretty crazy. And the tradition for that particular thing also was, because like I said earlier, you can't control where you're going to come down. And just like, all right, I'm going to aim for that area. Where if they landed on like your property, they always carried a big bottle of wine, and that was given to whoever owned the property for the inconvenience of having this giant ass balloon land in your backyard.
Oh my goodness. And they have chasers, right? Or somebody who's over there just waiting for them to come down.
Yeah,
Oh,
usually
wow.
they'll have a whole team of people to get it launched into the air. There's usually only a couple of people in the basket, the gondola as it goes up. And they usually have like a, walkie-talkie style radio that they talk with whoever their chasers are. It's like, all right, we're going to
Yeah.
come down in this area. So start heading to here, kind of a thing. So they can start driving over there with the truck to pick it all, them and the whole balloon and everything up to clean up the area.
They have a huge hot air balloon festival in Albuquerque, and I really want to go to it. I need to figure that out. I think I may have missed it this year. I don't know. I have to check.
Mm.
Okay, so Tina and Gabe Watson were newlyweds on their honeymoon to Australia. Gabe wanted to go diving at the Great Barrier Reef, and to convince Tina to do so, he told her that he was a certified scuba diver. That was a lie.
Uh-oh. This
So,
is not gonna end well.
yeah, when the currents got too strong, Gabe quickly swam back to the surface, leaving Tina behind to perish.
Oh,
Later
geez.
saying an ear problem prevented him from diving down deeper to help her. This image depicts Tina on her last breath, lying sideways on the seafloor behind another diver posing. Oblivious as to what the problem behind him.
What?
Oh my God. So the guy facing us, he was just taking a pic. I don't know. There must have been another guy.
Yeah, there had to have been a fourth
Yeah,
person that was
fourth.
actually taking
Yeah.
the picture.
Yeah, she is obviously dying back there in the
Well,
back. Uh,
what kind of get-ups are they wearing there? Because what year was this? How long ago did this happen?
this does not say a date at all.
Because most gear that they've been using for quite a while, you have like a vest that has ballast in it where you can inflate the vest, and that's how you control your buoyancy for sitting in the water.
Uh-huh.
Where worst case scenario, if you get injured or something like that where you can't swim very well, you just blow that thing up full of air and it just carries you to the surface.
They didn't
But
know. She didn't. She was relying on him to know what to do.
yeah, she
And
had zero training and he lied and said that he did. So she
yeah.
just assumed he knew what he was doing.
Oh,
Oh,
so
that's
bad.
ugly.
So bad. Yeah.
And with like riptides and stuff like that, those
Uh-huh.
underwater currents that just you can't see it, you don't know when you swim into one of those areas, because you'll literally be here and then swim over 10 feet and you're gone, you're just rolling with that stuff. And unless if you don't have a clear view of like below you or see other people suddenly getting further and further away, you don't know that you're getting swept out to sea sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
uh
Right.
I
That's scary. I'm not getting in
yeah.
no water. Mostly because I'm afraid of sharks, but I'm not getting, yeah. Water's not good. You barely get me into the pool. The other day they did convince me to get into the pool for like the first time in years, and I had a blast. I have to say I had a blast. It was a great little aquatic center down the street, and for $5 you can swim all day, you know? So it was nice. Val, welcome to the show. Trackway, good to see ya. Good to see ya. Couple more people in here. Yep, I didn't know I was gonna have a show, but it's happening now. It's happening. So good to see you guys. Let me go back over here. So that's tragic. Tragic. And the
I
next
wonder if
one.
I wonder if that guy like got sued by the family or something like that for getting him in.
Something. You got to think something happened.
Yeah.
So Dagson takes a shot of his killer moments before his death. What? Filipino politician Reynaldo Dagsa accidentally photographed a gang member who moments later would take his life. Just as the politician was taking a picture of his daughter, wife, and mother in law, the hitman pops into the image and points the gun at Dagsa, which would ultimately end his life. Wow.
Wow. And you can see it there. He's in the
Yeah.
back like this.
Look at that. And you see that
And
other guy sees him and he caught
yeah,
that moment.
that last second just before he's pulling the trigger,
Yeah.
doesn't have enough time to warn anybody or push anybody out of the way or react or anything. He just sees this weasel pull up and draw on him. Man, that's bad.
That is. He then pressed the camera button to take the last photo. Luckily, his three relatives were unharmed as the assassin was clearly meant for him only. Moments
That's
after he took this photo, Daxa was shot in cold blood.
wow.
Crazy. This one is a lethal daredevil act. In 1980, while performing his own stunt, Indian actor Krishna Nair, better known as Jayan, fell to his death. He had been a well-known emblem of the 1970s India who performed in many action films and had a distinct and macho style. But I guess he fell off that helicopter there.
Now, is this the picture of him actually falling, or was he doing some kind of stunt where he was hanging by his legs from there and just didn't have any kind of backup safety
Um,
ropes or
I
whatever?
guess this is the last photo. Let's see. It says here, when the helicopter he was hanging on lost control, Jayan was killed. He is caught here on film seconds before tragedy struck. So at some point, right after this photo, the helicopter lost control and he fell.
Wow. Yeah, that's the thing with helicopters is especially when they get closer to the ground, they're not especially stable. I mean, today with better technology and gyros and stuff like that, it's way better than it used to be. But this is the 80s, 70s, and 80s, whatever they said.
Ah,
Yeah, that's not good. But
sorry,
that's
active something.
it was a helicopter that went out of control.
Yeah, that's what the main cause was. Minute, are you laughing at the bugs attacking me?
Well, I was implying that you were getting attacked by helicopters that were out of control.
Yeah. I am. I'm starting to get itchy now too, sitting out here. But I'm like every now and then I hear something really big go by.
You might be a quart low by the end of the show.
Oh my goodness. Okay, minutes before jumping to her death, a couple of tourists asked for their picture to be taken from Niagara Falls, as there's Niagara Falls again. Um, in the background. Little did they know that the Japanese student lurking in the background was contemplating her suicide. Imagine innocently getting your picture taken and recording the last image of an unknown person minutes before they jump to their death.
That's horrific.
Uh, Tokumasu is seen in the red coat overlooking Niagara Falls moments before she straddled the railings and took her own life by jumping.
That's just what a waste.
Yeah. Yep. I
'Cause
mean,
I won't get off on that, but it's off on that diatribe that now these folks are just traumatized. It's like, oh my gosh, this is going to be our sweet little moment at the falls, and
you gotta cut that part out.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little off center there. They're gonna have to do a little
Crop that
Photoshop
photo.
editing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure. Pavel Kashin's last flip. Kashin was a Russian free running runner, famous for his death-defying feats and superb agility. Oh, he's one of those. What do you call them? Parkour.
Psychos. Yeah. Psycho.
In 2013, he was performing a stunt on the edge of a 16-story building in St. Petersburg and fell to his death.
Yeah, those crazy Russian kids. We've all seen those videos on TikTok or YouTube or wherever. That I'm not scared of heights, but when I watch those videos where they're like running on the edge, right on those things, I'm like,
yeah. I
feel
get that
your
way
stomach
too.
come up a little bit. Your feet are all freaking out.
It says he was doing a black flip on the edge of the building when he lost his balance and free fell 16 stories to the ground. Pavel did not survive the brutal fall. His girlfriend caught him attempting his last flip here. Ultimately, Pavel died doing what he loved best. So, yikes. Something he's probably done thousands of times. And one little slip, and that's all it took.
Hope those clicks were worth it for you, buddy.
Adrenaline seekers, I'm telling you, they're something else. A teacher caught saving students from a mass shooting on the April 20th, 1999. Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold entered Columbine High School and started shooting students and faculty. William Dave Sanders, the teacher, ran to the cafeteria to warn the students. He was able to evacuate everyone to safety. That day, Harris and Klebold shot 12 students and one teacher, the teacher being Dave.
It's a hero.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What happened? I visited and infected something. I might have to get out of there, folks.
Uh-oh.
So it's just because I'm on the laptop and we haven't put on all the goodies on here yet. So
yeah.
But there was another video that came out in regards to aliens in the water.
Oh,
Have you seen this?
I have not.
Okay. So here we go. Now I'm not going to play the sound. I'm just going to show
this is ground.
Show the background to this. So she's just explaining that this was off the Gulf of Mexico, and there's this bright light underneath there. So we don't know. It could be a submersible, right?
Right.
It could be. And they're just playing it off as something else. But it looks, as this video goes on, it looks really weird. But we really, I don't know. And I haven't run this one through Snoops or anything to see if there was an explanation. But it is weird. It is weird. Something there is weird for sure.
The way it looks to me is it looks like a spotlight for sure under the water, because you can see where it gets brighter, and then as it moves away, the light goes off in that direction. I wouldn't think it would be divers. One, because it looks like, I don't know if this was in the morning or at night, but usually divers don't mess around without a lot of lighting equipment. And of course, they'll have, when divers are down, they have the diver down flag, and they usually will keep somebody on the boat to tell people, hey, don't drive around here. We got people in the water that might surface up at any point that you're going to run over, which, you know, if these are divers and they're really close to that boat, I'd actually be pretty angry if I were them. But if that was the case, I would like surface immediately. It's like, hey, don't don't run over me, dude. But I'd be shining that light in their face. But this is obviously just a little bit below the water line, and then whatever that spotlight is sweeping around. If it was a submersible of some type, it's not tethered because you would see the other boat nearby. Well, there's the land right there, so they're not that far out.
Right.
Just the way the light is acting, I wouldn't think that's any kind of like bioluminescent algae or even fish.
Because
That's
it
pretty
looks
weird.
like a mass, you know, and then it kind of changes. I don't know. It was weird. Now it's coming to a part where they are speaking in Spanish, and you know, one of them kind of suggests, "Hey, look at that. There's something there. There's something there. Look at it. Look at it." You know, they'll say, and there's also somebody saying, "Move forward, move. You know, go, or stuff like that." But see that right there? That's when they're saying, "Look, there's something there." Let me go back because that's the point where you kind of start to see something. Let me see. Was it even more? Or is it right here?
It's right here, whatever this part is.
Right there. See how there's,
That looks like a person.
right? Like, maybe it's a mermaid. One more time. Go back.
Huh.
Weird. It's just something weird, shadowy something in there.
And it could be divers just horsing around. One of them
Yeah.
had a light, and because
Right.
whatever that image was, it kind of looked like a person swimming there. Wasn't the person holding the light?
Right. No light. This was it. See right there.
Right there.
Something weird.
Because
A
that looks like
It's a mermaid.
under the sea. Yeah, it's wow,
So
that's really weird.
that. I think that's pretty much all that gets shown. Let me see. I don't know. I don't think I watched it all the way to the very end here. Oh, there's more.
Oh, there's something right there at the top. Right at the
Did you see that? Some kind of head
Yeah.
popped out. Let me see what they're saying here at the end because I did not watch that all. Dale, go. See it there?
Wow.
Huh.
That's it. You don't hear anything else. They're just talking about it.
Since you heard their audio for like the whole video, did you get the impression that maybe it was a stunt or a gag or a joke where they may have known the two people in the water with lights and, you know, were screwing around kind of thing?
No, I mean, I didn't because
Hey, Elmira here.
that's
So
all
really
you.
quick shout out to Zamaya for sending this to my
Hold on,
attention.
let me get
I
out
need
of
to
it.
follow it. And you see
Okay, let's see.
Y alumbra de momento, ¿verdad?
Something's walking behind you.
Now that I look at it, it does look like there's a second light down there that's much dimmer. It's more of a greenish color. The other one's like blue.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because in the like right at the very end of the video, it does look like two separate light sources in the
Que no se
water.
le calme mucho. Yeah, no, güey.
Something a lot.
Wow, mira eso. Uy, me acerqué.
They're hard to hear.
Mira la bulla. El puente está a mano izquierda, a mano izquierda.
Go to
Mira
the-
eso, mira eso, mira.
Look at it. Look at it. Go to
Mira,
the
mira,
right.
mira eso. Hay algo ahí. Mira algo ahí.
Look at it.
Míralo. Yo no sé qué carajo es eso. Dale para atrás.
I don't know what that is.
Quiero saber. Dale. Dale.
Oh, whoa. That's all he says. He says, "Go to the right. Go to the right."
Well, there was certainly some. I mean, that was just way too bright to be any kind of biological thing, and it's directed. You could see where it was like a spotlight sweeping around kind of a thing, because they do make handheld type divers lights. It seemed like there were at least two people down there with two different types of lights, if not filtered lights, where one was blue and one was more greenish yellow.
Yeah.
That was a little dimmer than the blue one.
I
My
never noticed
initial,
it. I didn't notice it until you said it. So
my initial impression would be that they were kind of in on the joke, and it was like two of their pals went down with lights and were swimming around under the water, kind of screwing around.
yeah.
But they were down there for quite a while. They can hold their breath a long time, because that seemed like a really long cut, the first part, and then when it went to that part two was a different one. But so I don't know about it. I don't know. That's pretty strange.
Yeah. I know they do a lot of different type of fishing there in the Gulf. I mean, I even know they do the squid fishing at night. So could be part of that. Trackway says it was an anglerfish, a big one. So big.
Have you seen those anglerfish?
Yes, they're ugly.
They have
with
the growth with a little tiny light that they bob out in front of there.
Yeah, that would be a pretty big light there. Pretty
Yeah,
big
that
bobber.
would be a giant one. That's horror movie stuff right there.
I don't think we know half of what's in that ocean. Let me tell you.
You know, the ocean, the deeper you go, it's just full of monsters. It's just creatures that you don't ever want to know about down there, I think.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Oh, now he's getting my hand. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna last, folks.
All right.
I keep hearing things. I don't know. Maybe it was just a bird.
Men in black back there snooping around.
So, like I said, I'm going home tomorrow. We'll probably have a show on Sunday, Sasquatch Secrets, and I don't know what I can pull together, but it'll be something easy, and maybe just a panel to talk about stuff going on, but not a big show that I'm working on, because of course I'm here, so I can't do that. But we'll have a little something Sunday night for sure.
Since you're in a new area and you follow that kind of thing, are there cryptids local to where you're at that you may have heard of?
Well, here in northern Arizona, it's the Mogollon monster. It is the Bigfoot of northern Arizona, and I've camped in and around the Mogollon Rim area since I was young, very young. But more so, the history in Arizona is very paranormal.
Hmm.
and has a lot of history involving uh, old mines and Jerome, which is considered a ghost town, right up on the mountain here, has a huge history, copper mine up there. So you can even watch Ghost Adventures did a show up there, and I believe, who was it? Somebody else went up there. What's the Taps? Is that the other big paranormal guys? I think they did
Yeah,
something
I
there.
think they were like the original guys, right? The
Yeah,
plumbers and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, those guys. And so it got a lot of paranormal stuff, a lot of spiritual um, happenings. And then, of course, a little bit further east, we have a lot of skinwalker type stories out of the reservation. And of course, that's the Navajo Nation. And then the Hopi reservation is right in the middle of that.
Right.
And that goes all the way towards Four Corners.
I was about to say the Four Corners area is a hotbed for that kind of stuff. One of the panels, actually, it was the first panel at Contact in the Desert, had the two guys from the Navajo Rangers. I think it was what it was called.
Yeah.
There was an episode of Unsolved Mysteries from last season that had those two guys on there,
Yeah.
where they, that's part of the culture of kind of supernatural going on sometimes, and they would take it seriously if somebody would call and it's like, hey, I think I got a shapeshifter or whatever out here, and
Yeah.
they'd go out and investigate. And the one guy said most of what he had to deal with were shapeshifter type entities. They had one that they covered in the special where, and I may have talked about that on here before, where this person's house would just have like change, like pennies, nickels, and dimes just appear out of thin air and just fall to the floor.
Mhm.
And they set up cameras and stuff, and they're capturing pictures of just a penny just literally appearing in the middle of the air, not being dropped from the ceiling, not like some secret compartment like somebody's tricking him and it's shooting it out into the room, where it's literally just blinks into existence and falls to the floor.
Oh my goodness. Ah, scary. Yeah. Yeah, it's stuff happens, and this whole area is very spiritual and full of energy. And remember, I'm right next to Sedona, which is considered a vortex for this type of um, happenings and ley lines and all that stuff. If you believe, if you
I
believe
was
all
about to
that
say,
stuff.
you don't necessarily buy into that, I don't think, right?
Uh, no, not really. I don't, but I know a lot of people do, and that's fine. I think you just make it what you want to make it. So I don't really have an opinion about it either way. If you get, how do I say this? If you get a calming sensation, or you makes you become more with the earth, then that's a good thing for you. Um, I'm not gonna put you down for it. I've not felt that. I've not gone to Sedona and went, oh, okay, I feel it. I haven't felt that, and it's okay. Some people don't. I'm not connected to the earth like that, but some people are. So
I'm one of those halfway there kind of things where I believe that there may be something to that as far as
yeah,
portals or whatever randomly opening
uh-huh.
here or there. I don't know if you necessarily need to lead a vegan lifestyle and have a bunch of crystals and do meditation
Yeah,
chants in the backyard kind of thing to achieve that or to experience that. But I think I don't know. It's one of those things that you're not too sure of at all, but you hear a lot
Yeah.
of stories. And just up the road where Skinwalker Ranch is, they had a lot of tales of portals just popping open and weird stuff crawling out of it. That kind of thing happened a
Right.
few times during the Bigelow days.
And we've had those type of stories in the Bigfoot community,
Yeah.
with Dr. J saying that he can access a portal and his little creatures, protect the portal, and he can commune with them, and he's part of their big community thing with them. I find it hard to believe. I just do. But it is what it is. I can't tell people how to research or where to research or what to put out. It's just wow. I've never seen her come out of her house. That lady. Sorry.
She came through a portal.
She came out of a portal. Yeah. The garage door opened and she came right out.
There you go.
My dad keeps saying she's there, and I said I've never seen
she hit
one
the magic
person.
frequency and opened the
Yeah.
portal to come outside. Yeah.
Nice. She has a nice car. So, but it's okay. It's to each his own, right? And I'm far from an investigator. Well, far from a
Right.
researcher. I do like to investigate stuff, but I would not call myself a researcher in any means. So, don't I get extra vibe points for eating kale? Heck yeah, everybody gets points for eating kale. Although somebody made some kale chips one time, and they weren't too bad. They were kind of crunchy.
Huh. I've tried kale a little bit in earlier diet attempts, and it's like, ugh.
Ew, yeah.
This is
Kinda
this is a
sketch.
garnish. It's not meant to eat. This is just made to make everything else look good.
Yeah.
This is
It's not
decoration.
bad. It's not bad. I like it when it's in soups too. I don't know why I do.
And that's the thing is when it's mixed in with something like that where you just don't get just kale flavor, it's sort of tolerable. But
Just
just
like
plain
spinach.
kale by itself,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's
Gotta
fair
put
because
it.
spinach
Yeah.
has a strong taste like that too. I don't
Yeah.
mind spinach. Those little baby spinach leaves. I always get those big boxes of those at the store. Those are great.
Where did I thought I just saw something. Oh, finding the trackway says, Nikki, you can change that. Just buy one camcorder. One camcorder, and I'm a true investigator now.
That's it. You're as qualified as all the other
As
investigators.
everybody
out
else.
there.
Oh, for sure. Jen says kale chips aren't so bad. Sea salt and some garlic. Yeah.
Yeah, everything else that you had to add to it to cover up that flavor of kale. Yes, it makes it much better.
Just put that everything bagel seasoning
That's
on
hey,
everything.
that's good stuff. I like that. I like that seasoning.
I think it's too strong. I barely go doot. Just a little bit.
And that's fair too. You could certainly overdo that. Like, what's the thing that everybody goes bananas of? It's like, no, just a tiny bit. Not Serrano. It's
Sriracha.
no, I can't think of what it is. It's not important. But you could certainly overdo it on spices and other things like that. You got stuff creeping around. You got movements in the wood there.
Keep hearing shit behind me. Do you not hear that?
What is it? What are you hearing?
Oh, it was birds. It was birds in that tree right there.
Okay, I can hear like a bird's chirping a little bit, but I can't hear them rustling around.
Oh, that's freaky. It sounds freaky. But I think it's just birds. Well, I keep checking because I don't want it to be I don't want it to be a pig coming.
You have wild pigs there that'll come right after the house?
Javelina.
Wow.
Javelina. Yeah, they're very ugly and very mean. But I'm pretty secure in here unless they're small. But yeah, I'm hearing something for sure right there. Kind of scrunching around over there. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
That's weird.
I'm running inside. If I leave y'all here, you can just wait to see what happens.
Don't be like those people
I'll
in that
haul my ass
the first
inside.
segment. This was the last time we ever saw Nikki.
The last time. Well, there is another chair. I'll jump up on the chair. Oh, man. As long as there's no snakes. I cannot handle snakes for reals. Yeah. No snakes for me. Let's see. If you eat too much kale, Bigfoot will hear you walking towards him. Oh man, for sure. I drizzled honey with sambal on fried chicken yesterday. It was good.
That sounds good. Now I'm starving. I gotta go fix something to eat.
I haven't eaten breakfast yet, and I hear at least one kid in there awake. I know my dad was scrounging. I should probably go make some breakfast for everybody.
Get some vittles for the last day. Yeah.
Yep. There's definitely, I made some bomb barbecued pork yesterday. It was so good. And I went and bought those fresh brioche buns. Oh, it was good stuff. It was good stuff for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how long is your drive back home tomorrow?
7 hours? 8 hours.
That's a pretty good drive.
8 hours from here. It takes me an hour just to get to Phoenix. Then it takes 2 to get to Tucson. Yeah, and then five from about Tucson back home. So about 8 with stops, because we do stop a lot. Seems like everybody has to pee at a different time.
That's what I was going to ask next is, do you make a lot of stops? And are you one of these folks? Are you the mom that like pre-packs sandwiches before the trip, or do you stop off at every McDonald's?
Have snacks. The kids have a bunch of snacks and stuff. And we usually only eat once. We'll take off in the morning, and then by 11 or 12, we're ready to eat, type of thing. But I don't know. Yesterday, I was scoping an area down the road here that had breakfast burritos and a Starbucks right next door. And I'm like, that's where we're hidden before we leave. We leave tomorrow morning. Starbucks and then burritos. So we'll probably be making a stop by Tucson after that. It'll be okay. It will. Let me see if I can show you guys around.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sitting in my dad's little area outside.
Very nice.
And that's the mountain. Oh, biker.
Oh, what's that? Saw something moving there. It's like, whoa, what's that?
Let me see. But my dad had to build this wall. Do you see this wall here?
Yeah.
That way when they walk out, they weren't walking into the javelina and stuff that be out here in the morning.
Wow, it's that big of a problem?
Yeah. See, all the birds are like getting into everything.
Yeah, that the northern part of Arizona, I noticed when I was driving through, was significantly greener than like the mid and southern part of Arizona.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was greener than I was expecting, because I'd never driven through that area before.
Yeah, there's always stuff in there. So But as you can see, right across the street is just the mountain. You know, there's no more residential. He's bumped up right against the national forest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because of the bright sunlight, we can't see it that well on your camera, but
Oh, okay.
kind of washing everything out.
Yeah.
So you don't really have, your father doesn't really have like a yard really so much. It's not like there's grass or anything like that he has to
Oh
cut or
no, in
anything.
Arizona you really don't do
Yeah.
that. It's all desert landscape. The backyard, he's got artificial grass
Oh, okay.
to make it look. It's really nice out there, but that's the side the sun's on right now, so it's hot back there.
I bet.
I came to the front where it's nice and cooler. Oh, there's a little lizard. Yeah, for sure, a lot of creatures out here. You got to be careful.
I think you're getting out of there just in time. It's supposed to get super hot there over the weekend and into next week, right? Because I follow somebody else that lives in Phoenix, and he put up like their 5-day forecast, and the high for Monday was like 114 or something like that.
Ooh, getting out just in time. Just in time.
Yeah.
Well, my husband talked to me last night, and he says, it's hot over here. He goes, it's been in the hundreds. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, you left, and then it got really hot. And I go, well, it's been beautiful over here. It's been in the 90s. So, and it's amazing what 10, 20 degrees can make,
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, that's a world of difference.
Sure.
You see, every place Nikki goes is cool.
It's cool. Yep. It's cool, Joe, for sure. Dollar bills falling down would make me feel much better. Me too, Val. Although I am thinking of heading to the casino, which is about 30 minutes down the road. Yep. Cliff Castle Casino. I plan on going. Hopefully my sister can get here tonight and we can go over there. So
very fun. So when you're at the casino, what do you play? Oh, excuse me.
Well, at this little one, they don't have tables, you know, really, because I love to do table games, you know, poker and 21 blackjack. But for this one, everything's automated. Everything is like the roulette table is even a machine. It's not like a real roulette.
I kind of don't trust those things.
You know? Yeah, it's weird. So usually I'll probably just sit on a slot machine somewhere.
Yeah, I love a slot machine. I always look for the ones that have like a free space. Like when that one comes up, it's like a free or a bonus thing where it counts as any that wild card kind of a thing.
Yeah.
One of those kind of panels. I like those. That's actually how I won that money last year in Vegas.
Oh,
was one of those wild card things was in there.
Yeah, it would be nice if I could come home with recoup the money that to come here.
Yeah, pay for the trip.
Yeah, that would be nice. It would be nice. I did find myself another Bigfoot coffee mug, believe it or not, at a store down in Sedona.
Oh yeah,
that'll be cool to show on my next Friday morning. What else did I find? A little poster and Bigfoot sticker. $5 sticker too, but I still got it. I was like, oh, geez. Temperature 61 degrees, needs a constant temperature of 61. You do? 61's a little cool. That's a little too cold. I need to be right at the middle.
I'd be okay at 61. I run hot.
You run hot.
I need it cool.
Okay, Val, have a good one.
Have a good day, Val.
See you later, Gator. Well, thank you for joining me. I think we're gonna pull this to the end.
Alrighty, thanks for having me on. We had a lot of fun.
I adjusted everything on her. Her thing here, she's good. Oh, now the birds are attacking me. It's going to be Alfred Hitchcock here pretty soon.
You've been sitting there long enough that they think you're like the little sleeping guy there behind you. You're one of the.
And that one is chirping at me over there. Doesn't like me being out here. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much for coming and joining us for a little Quickie Friday. But we'll get back to normal this coming Sunday and start doing things proper at home.
Get back on your rhythm, back in your cycle.
Back to the cycle. And then in 3 weeks, I go to Washington. So we'll see what shenanigans I can get into over there. But
man, that's very exciting. I'm super happy that you're going on that.
That is going to be amazing. And I am going to be an overpacker, and it's going to be not good for me, but we'll see what happens.
Every ounce you pack is another ounce you got to carry.
I know. I might have to take two bags. That way I can just fill them up halfway each. And then way if I buy souvenirs, I can.
I always leave room for stuff on the way back too. I'm the same way.
Because there's no way I'm going to go all the way over there and not see Bigfoot shit that I'm going to want.
You gotta put those plaster casts in there that you're gonna make.
At least one, right? At least one I have to put in there. So thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you in the next chat. Love ya. Bye.
It's a good day.